Grab yourself a seat and keep those hands in the vehicle at all times. You're about to be taken on a ride through the untamed wilds of internet role-playing. Observe them in their natural habitat.
So you head out.
You know that would be funny! I didn't know there'd be consequences!
Enjoy the splendor of their spurgery.
Felix, who is the lion fauna,
And feast your eyes upon the questionable creations of internet randoms.
Actually, I've never DM'd before.
This is the Supernova Safari.
Hi, I'm Blake, and I'm thinking of making this intro a dexterity check. Rolling 4, Noah.
I'll let Liam go next, who I would define as the best of us.
Liam.
Yeah, Eddie, I'd like to slam the child against the wall and threaten to kill them. You know, heroically.
And Ben.
Tussles Blake's hair. You go get the rest of the team now, honey, please.
I see we're dipping into the child well today.
It's a succulent well.
Child blood.
It's fucking filled with explicitly child blood.
Pike licks the ground. Tastes like children.
You said these episodes were bad.
These episodes are also really bad, but they are at least interesting in a way, because it really gets to see the team interacting with children, and honestly, the future and children, I mean, what's more intertwined?
I guess the second one wasn't so bad. We've just been in a fucking block of, like, action sequence episodes. And,
yeah.
I mean, as we all know, like, action sequences are the best. And by best, I mean literally the worst, and Eddie keeps doing them. So in season... Sorry, yeah, you good?
Well, I just wanted to give the episode because we haven't yet. But
so, hey, have faith in me. Season 2, episode 9. 1 is the funniest number, or Escape Plans 101. Now, 1 is the funniest number. It's a pretty funny episode title. But it's just because Chad rolls a lot of 1s, and they literally all laugh.
Wait,
because this is what this episode is. It's people rolling dice. Now, like, okay, Noah, isn't that really... You sound like an asshole saying that. But literally, it's another episode where it's like 30 minutes of an action sequence Eddie does, which is the equivalent of just passing a die around, rolling it, and all laughing at whatever the result is, no matter what it means. I'm done. I can't handle these anymore.
I'm going to give them a defense, which is let me preface this by saying this is not the reason it's named that. But car number 1 is the one that gets away. That's not why they named it this. They named it because funny dice rolling.
Thanks, Blake.
But, just like devil's advocate, there is some logic you can...
Blake got really mad that before the recording I said he probably forgets things because he listens at 1.5 speed, and he's just trying to impress me now. I'm pissed off.
I took a good amount of notes.
I'm so glad that Rooster Teeth implemented 2x speed on their video player, so you don't have to watch their videos for half as much.
Oh, would you allow me to get my first 2 notes of the session. Haha, Asher, cool plan, but you get dizzy, tongue face. And then, oh wow, it's been 17 minutes and I have no notes. Those are my first 2 notes.
My first note is something that is a theme among this whole episode is, I guess they, didn't open up Tailspire, and instead they just interspliced very poor fucking, JPEG compressed images of their battle map. I'm trying to paste it in Discord, but it's 8 megabytes because I made it on my
Quick, upload the images and link it. That's what you do. Yeah.
I was gonna point this out too, and I'm glad Liam caught it as well. I love this because I feel like the next episode after this, they make a big point about Tailspire, so it kind of makes me think, like, did it break for a while?
Yeah,
Like,
what happened?
It
Did
must
the
have forgot
footage
to record.
probably?
Or maybe
They-
it was corrupted.
Yeah, it feels that way. I've always wondered who's recording on Tailspire. Like, is it Eddie? Because it can't be Eddie, because he'd probably
I
have
think it's
dropped that
Chris.
shit.
I
I think
think
it's
it's
Chris.
Chris.
It's probably Chris. Yeah. So that shit probably just broke.
Oh,
Let's see.
100%.
So you get these epic still frames that look great and definitely don't look odd compared to just like cutting in. To be fair though, that would make Eddie have to like build maps. That might make this segment feel like it's like influenced by the players instead of Eddie pushing them down a hallway and in Spooky's scary house, like the first floor where little cardboard cutouts pop up in front of you. It's like that, but they're demanding a dice roll, and the result is spooking you. Like, it's like you're walking down the hallway, and, oh, 16! Ah!
Specifically to demanding a weird, like, not accurate dice roll, being like,
It's just telling you what you rolled. It's like you were jumping off a truck, did a nature check, 14. Ah! And then Carrie jumps out of his chair and is like, I can't play anymore!
So my first written thing is just it's basically summarizing their recap, which is literally just Grim Horde Rar. That's the only important thing they just mentioned it at the end where I'm like, oh yeah, and a fucking Grim Horde's coming. You know what? That Grim Horde literally doesn't matter. At all.
Oh no.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you where I went.
It just didn't do anything!
I mean, isn't it like kind of like a tidal wave behind them, or at one point it basically stops being mentioned.
Well, yeah. When they're done with the car, the Grim Horde literally is not mentioned.
Yeah.
But why were they there? They were being controlled, right?
Yeah, they were described as.
And I guess
once again,
I guess
Lemon could control.
I guess Lemon lost view. I don't fucking know.
Lemon can control an innumerable amount of Grimm. No. This artifact is fine. This has no ramifications on the setting.
A gaggle of children amount of Grimm.
Once again, I just want to stress that Lemon is so pathetic that she can apparently control an uncountable amount of Grimm, and yet she's like having trouble wrestling control of the city.
From Pike fucking right.
No, from from them, but
children and a homeless man in the sewers.
From the Flower Boys and children, the two other and the fucking Dark Brotherhood
and Vermilion Rat.
Yeah, those are the Flower Boys, the Hana Guild. Like, and those are the three competing factions, and they're like. And Lemon just has infinite Grimm and fighter jets, and she can't beat them.
Hold on, Noah. Eddie said there are numerous factions that vie for control of the city.
Yeah, those are 4. That's numerous.
Well, he made it seem like there were many gangs. Many gangs.
I guess. I don't know. I think that's just...
Well, I mean, he's never going to elaborate on any of them. I mean, he doesn't even elaborate on the ones he talks about now.
I don't think he believes that. I don't even believe that's a true quote from him. I think you're feeding this information to me to try and psyop.
What about all the
I think I'm going to look back to the RWBY.
You're telling me there's more than 4 gangs in this fucking city?
You're telling me I'm not currently on the RWBY wiki editing it to make these episodes funnier?
Well, what about all the nobles that live in the hedges? What about their influences?
Why the fuck? Do they actually live in the hedges? Is that fucking for real? Because that doesn't make any sense.
The hedges are a meme.
Yeah, the hedges are the ghettos. I thought the nobles don't live in the hedges.
They live they live in like the rocky cliff face, from what I remember.
Actually, no.
Castle Grayskull, yeah.
Oh no, I'm afraid that
they live on top of a cliff overlooking the poor people, as all fantasy towns do.
Wait,
yes.
Wait, aren't the hedges like the ghetto area? No.
Oh, maybe they are.
Yeah, that's where all the stalls are and shit. That's like the ghettos. They need to navigate. No, the hedges
Isn't the hedges where the auction mansion was?
No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, the hedges seem to be literally just like the non-immediate, like, nice metropolitan area. They seem to just be, like, the big part of the city where everything's tight-knit and there's, like, a bunch of shit, so maybe.
There's 2 locations, the hedges and then the Schofield.
And then, like, the outskirts, I guess. There's no name. Well, then there's the sewer sanctuary, but there's no real name for the other part of the world in Kuchinashi. It's just Kuchinashi or the hedges.
Okay, can I get a couple poggies? Because by this time in the game, they've rolled a 1.
I would like to not even
That's the exact opposite of a poggy blank.
Asher, you always roll the funniest ones.
Asher, you roll the funniest. You stand up too fast.
I fucking love Chris literally just, like, falling over himself off screen every time a 1 is rolled.
Of course.
Dude's knees must be blown the fuck out.
Could you?
For a couple of reasons.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine that visceral reaction? Like, no, imagine you just rolled a 1 during combat. And I literally got out of my chair and started rolling on the floor.
I'm fucking sorry. I'm complete sidebar. I'm just reading the RWBY wiki about Kuchinashi, and I don't. Okay, did I write this as a joke? Kuchinashi. There are more sections of the Kuchinashi. Okay, there's the Upper Cliffs. Kuchinashi's residential area. The Upper Cliffs is where citizens and criminals live their daily lives. So, like, they go into work in the hedges and come back. Like Mistral, the nobility is seen farther up the mountains you go, because rich people live up... Now, I'm adding that last part, but I'm about to add it literally to the wiki. However, no, shut up. However, there's a twist on this in Kuchinashi. This is why I think I write this, because it's written like this. As you go higher up, the cliffs become more and more dangerous and inaccessible, just like how the crime lords prefer it to be. The higher up you are in the cliffs, the more powerful you seem to others, reflecting the culture in the city. Amongst the people residing here are the Bolded, Black Sheep, a crime family, and various noble houses are dabbling in the underworld. Who the fuck are the Black Sheep? This isn't real.
Called it.
No, black sheep are like
that
the black sheep
literally
of society.
Yeah, like, that has to mean the black sheep of society. That literally can't mean like some shadow.
No, the Black Sheep, a crime family.
Oh my god!
Oh, really?
Yikes!
I knew it. I knew it.
Is there like not a missing comma?
No.
You know, the black sheep, a crime family.
A crime family.
Just one of them.
A.
Oh my god, bro.
That's
the upper reaches of Kuchinashi Mountain.
What the fuck?
That sounds like a fan fiction. That's never been mentioned.
Main entrance. The entrance of Kuchinashi is a dark cave, which leads into a large archway hanging there. No, the entrance has what is called a mummified Grimm on display. The mummified Grimm is an actual mummies in a traditional sense, but more so warning signs and trophies of genuinely living Grimm who are horribly injured to the point of being unable to do anything. The Kuchinashi's entrance is a decapitated head of a borbot tusk mounted on the rod, its eyes falling shadows as they enter the city. Wait, so they
Wait.
Okay, I'm sorry, is this just like... When the fuck does this happen? When the fuck did they give a term to this? Is this all... There are no fucking citations on this shit. You fucking idiots! I need citation!
I'm
That
gonna
is fan
need to...
fiction.
Wait, let's talk about
Someone's like,
Can I talk about
skeletons.
Guys,
So
there are
they gave their
literally-
gay reason for it.
Like, Eddie talked about a head that looked lifelike, but that doesn't make sense. He said, but that doesn't make sense. On this entire page of Kuchinashi, I fucking hate the RWBY wiki editors. There's not a single citation to any detail.
Face.
Oh my god, you fucking people.
You don't need them when you're a real fan.
I don't need citations. I'm gonna write about fucking just anything. Owned. The Central Strip. Yeah, that's what it was called. Eddie mentioned it like once. Out of your mind.
Oh god, guys. I'm just remembering that, like, Eddie tried to get Pike backstory to happen.
Shut up. That's the next episode.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
I thought
on the wiki not talking about the episode.
I thought we were literally just talking about whatever the fuck at this point.
No, I'm filling in time, because if we talked about the episode, it'd be over in 10 minutes.
Wait, hold on. Can we please talk about the mummified Grimm real quick? I need to talk about this.
Yeah.
So, I gotta say, I like that Eddie's like, yeah, there's like a weird mummified Grimm, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, okay, maybe that's like some weird thing that
Artistic
Huntsman found and brought it back this place. Whatever, I don't care. He doesn't put too much emphasis on it. I'll believe it.
Yeah.
And then he just
Wiki author be
and
like.
then wiki authors like
It implies there's and the mummified Grimm are Grimm that are alive but preserved somehow, like it said. It's still alive. It's a living Vorbitus head that's just going like on the front of the fucking town.
Oh god! Fuck! Hungry! I just remember fucking bringing Nathan to the park near my house to feed the pig.
Yeah, nice.
Right.
God, that thing gives me nightmares. It wants my trash.
Yeah,
Damn,
so I can't wait for season 3 when we get into the black sheep.
There ain't a season 3. We know why.
Yeah.
Well, no games yet, which make copium.
Yeah. No, I think even if Chris leaves Rooster Teeth, I think he'll probably just go. I mean, fucking Miles is a freelance writer for the show.
Well, I mean, I hope.
I don't think they're gonna be like, we can't can't have a guy who's on the company being your gay D&D show.
Well, no, I really hope, because the Grimm Campaign is like one of my favorite products they make.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Not a lot of
What about-
competition.
Camp.
Camp.
And,
Red versus Blue Zero.
Yeah.
What about Death Battle Island, or what the fuck it's called?
What?
What about RWBY?
Or that
What
one next
about
show that
RWBY?
get a second season, I think.
Which one? There are a couple.
The one with the robots and all the voice actors.
What? Genlock's in a second season.
Is it? I thought it
Yeah.
was.
It is.
Dumbass. Even
Well,
though
no,
Gray
no,
literally
no.
like stole money from the company to produce it, Lamau.
Noah, what
Citation
what
needed.
What thing did Genlock team up with lately? Like there was like some product they teamed up with.
It wasn't
what was
Smite, was it?
No, that was actually that was actually,
I know that was RWBY, but
No,
oh fuck! I remember talking about this and laughing my ass off.
Don't worry, Hi-Res has enough room for everyone.
People liked it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't that come
I
out like
don't
5
really
years
know
ago?
Dude, it's not like gonna be on Rooster Teeth also because Greg left the company after all the bullshit he did.
He's
You know what's gonna be
Does he
on?
own it?
Yes.
a retard.
Wow, Rooster Teeth does not know how to manage properties. They're fools.
No, they don't. It's gonna be on Rooster Teeth, but there's a 90-day exclusivity deal with fucking HBO Max.
Holy
Shrug.
That's,
How?
That's. I was already watching
This
The
guy
Wire
has
anyway.
This guy has great elevator pitches.
Yes.
Great. Can really
Yes, instead of
a fucking max charisma
Get-
walking around tricking all these people to buy the shit.
I gotta say, I guess instead of watching The Sopranos, I have something new to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Damn, speaking of something new to watch, someone who has a note on this episode that's not literally the end of the chase scene, go ahead.
Yeah, as I said, I wrote down some things.
Yeah.
So,
Where did we leave off?
them rolling a 1.
Which one?
Which one?
The first one.
Oh no, I was totally right. I missed. It is a high-res crossover at Genlock. It's fucking Paladins.
I thought they stopped developing Paladins.
Fucking Paladins.
Wait,
Oh no.
wait, are you telling me Paladins outlives Overwatch?
Yeah,
Yes.
easily.
Fuck-
Easily.
Fucking base. Well, Overwatch has been dead for like 2 years now. I thought Paladins already died.
Paladins, are you
Space.
Hey, if any of you listening are high-res fans, I'm sorry.
Huh? Yeah, sorry, your company doesn't like you. They ruin all the good games.
I thought you'd realize that after every game they've ever made.
Bring
Give me
back
tribes.
Realm Royale.
Fuck Realm Royale,
It
give me
was good for
tribes.
a week and then they ruined it. Bring it back. It
Yeah,
was so fun.
Literally, fuck Realm Royale, give me tribes. I don't care.
That one too.
No.
All
You'll
right.
never.
Back
So,
to the episode.
so they
one.
just rolled the first one, and Kokinos is on the floor.
Yeah, cracked Kinos is already Kino.
I believe this. I believe specifically this is when Asher goes to basically hookshot something from one of the cars while jumping over the other one, and he rolls a 1, so he literally does not see the other car.
I don't think he gets dizzy. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think there's ever been a time where Eddie is happy to allow Chris's fucking grappling hook system he wants to work out ever like succeed. He really fucking he does not give a shit about this. He's like, yeah, I know that's like your weapon, but look.
Oh yeah, it's a blessing that in Records of Remnant, me and Ben decided to have really boring weapons, so we don't have to get like this.
Fuck you!
What the fuck?
Well, so we don't have to run into the obvious situation where our headmaster's like, no.
Turn OBS off.
What a
I need a
schizo! What a schizo take!
What an actual schizo take!
It's a joke. But honestly, I'm thinking we should make that joke a dexterity check.
Once wasn't funny enough?
No. Well, I have to elaborate.
Damn, dude.
I have to elaborate.
Hey, can you say it one more time so Liam will laugh again?
Yeah, Liam, let's make this joke a dexterity check. But no, I hate the way that's literally like someone has to do something, Eddie thinks like, I don't know, maybe this. It's like, Eddie, do you not have any idea about like what kind of actions you want to relate to what kind of check?
I mean, yeah, what is D&D if not making players roll for literally everything and just literally also then not think about the implications of asking for the roll or what it would actually need? We're outside. I guess to look for safety, it would be a nature roll. Dum, bum, 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 bum. I didn't get that far enough down the skill list to survival.
I swear to God, you could go back to like probably them doing some type of jumping maneuver like throughout the series so far, and probably like related to at least 3 different like stat rolls.
Yeah.
It's so baffling me how Eddie hasn't just like written down on a fucking like little card in front of him what type of action relates to what skill check if he's going to do this so much.
Why the fuck would he do any work?
Is that even work?
Yeah, asshole.
Of course it is.
Listen, the intern who makes these Tailspire maps for him already has a lot on his plate.
Hey, you don't know that.
Okay, but I did write down a really funny joke, and I want to know if Ben wrote it down too and caught what happened.
No.
I can answer it for you. Ben took no notes.
I literally called it.
Okay, so while this is going on...
Don't need them.
While this is going on, Carrie says something that's really funny when they're on the cars, when they're coming up upon some water. He just quietly says, Pike can't swim. And that makes me think, Felix can't swim.
I was going to say, I would say...
What does it mean?
I would say, instead of your AstroTurf meme, this is just another point that brings the continuity of Pike and Ron being the same person together, because Ron can't swim either.
No.
Oh, Ron Pike up on screen right now.
Is it Ron Pike or Pike Ron?
I like I like Ron Wright better.
Ron Wright.
Is it Ron or is it right?
We have fun here.
I fucking hate this episode.
And guys, honestly, what even? I mean, bros, this chase scene is schizophrenic as fuck.
Well, I don't know if I've made it clear enough. I'm sure all the viewers are literally bashing their head against the wall as I start to warm up the Eddie action hallway diatribe.
Oh, here it is again.
But I literally can't stress. You are just put in and it's longer for them because there's no editing. You were put in a 30-minute chair lock position where Eddie is just describing something that happens forward. Ask for dice roll. You have some level of impact that generally barely matters in the long scheme of things because the set piece percentage isn't full yet. And then you just go to the next one. It's nothing. There's no map or anything that would signify any level of clearance of when I'm done with the encounter. There's no greater level of drama or anything, because even if we weren't thinking, well, they're not going to kill any of these guys, they have fucking character art for them, these are their characters in the game, they're pussies. Even if we didn't have it in the back of our head, these sequences are still fucking nothing. Because they can just keep rolling ones, and they just have their flies, like, unzip and, like, shit themselves, but they, like, get to the end, and then they make the same reaction they would no matter what, which is, damn, that was tough. And then they shuffle off back to Takaya. Like, I hate these segments. I hate them. I hate them. It's so boring.
Yes.
What? Let's have a little thinking exercise. How do you do an action sequence like this in D&D well? Looking around the table.
So if you were doing this exact kind of sequence, how would I make it not shitty?
Yeah, how do you make an action sequence like this, like, engaging? Because everyone who thinks of these is like, like, this is, okay, very basic, but people, any human being who's relatively in the market of this being an interest to them would go, like, yeah, I've seen an MCU movie, and they're thinking in their head, like, yeah, that, like, sequence where, like, they do a bunch of things for 12 minutes, and then we go back to, like, a cooldown scene. Like, everyone in these always thinks of shit like that, where it's like, yeah, it's the action sequence.
So we're talking from a DM perspective, right? How would I, like, set this up?
As a player, I would go, I don't want to play. That's how I fix this. I would leave. I would say, roll for me.
So this is my just personal bias, but I would if I intend this to be, like, actiony and cool, I'd probably have it be a lot more scripted on my end of, like, I know pretty much how it's
You don't think this is scripted?
Okay,
this is scripted in the worst way, where it's scripted, but he still makes you roll to make you think it's not.
Yeah, and like,
I wouldn't want him to just describe it for 30 minutes.
Well, no, it's scripted in the way that, like, I'm probably gonna lean inside that 90% of the times, if the players say anything related to them wanting to be cool, they can probably end up being cool.
Oh, so it's just a hand job hallway. Okay, that's fair. I mean, that's better than a ball. That's better than a ball crushing hallway. I'm not saying it's bad. It's objectively better.
I mean, that's just my personal bias for how I'd want to do this. Where it's like, if I want a cool action sequence, I probably don't want to literally grind it to a halt, laugh at the player rolling a 1, and have them just feel like shit.
Let me go to someone who I think would be on the opposite end of the spectrum, Ben. What is this? How is this?
How could you say that? How do you do this scene in D&D? Like, if
or just action, like an action scene, because we've been through these action. Rocks fall, run from tank, this thing, run through. We've done like so many.
It is important. Are we talking about in a role playing
game?
In a tabletop game.
Yeah, you're DM. Honestly, how do you run these to not be shitty, but you still want them to happen?
If I've put myself in this position, I probably am not gonna. I'm gonna play it a little fast and loose. I'm not gonna be a huge monster.
Yeah.
About this, actually. Fuck. I could kind of relate this to a personal experience. I had a scene like this similar in one of my D&D games, but I mean, I'm not literally cars, but you know.
Yeah.
And you know what I did? I literally got to it and I went, you know, I really don't want them to die just like falling off a cart and getting gang to death. So I went, you know, I'm just not gonna have them roll. I'm just literally, because no one here's driving the cart. So
yeah.
I'm just not gonna have them roll.
Fair.
Why would they just randomly fall off? That'd be retarded. Yeah, you just won't have them roll.
Okay, so you're both in agreement so far. Maybe just don't maybe these sequences are just going to be a hassle.
If you open it up to excessive rolling, you have to be ready for it to just get really
the failure state in a sequence like this is like you're playing a Mario level. The failure state is falling in lava and instantly dying. Let's leave it to Liam, last member of the panel. Mr. Icefire Peak Dragon
Pantheon.
We will have a chase sequence on carts with a dragon behind us, Liam. Icefire, Gibby is in
your expectations up there, so I won't meet them, please.
Yeah, how do we do? How do you?
I think you have to. First of all, you have to know what your goal is. Is the goal just to like have a fun scene where the players do a cool thing?
Oh, I could not tell you what Eddie's goal is.
Or is it like to give them like a challenge?
Oh no! I think
that's a good question. Is this scene supposed to be hard?
Yes, I think Eddie set out what he meant to do.
Okay, like, all right, but like,
Well, so if it's meant to be a challenge, I can
improv thing.
What? First of all, don't do this shit in 5th edition. Don't use any mechanics from 5th edition if you want like this type of scene. But you can just, like Ben said, just play loose with the rules and just being like, all right, if you like rolling, you can roll, and the situation I'm describing is if you like a goal, like.
I would say that's a good point. I would say probably establish a better goal than literally, oh no, how long is the DM gonna keep talking? Because I feel like in this segment, there's many points where you're just wondering, like, oh, well, when is this over? We're like, okay, after this, there's like more Grimm there, and you're like, oh no, we're still going.
So I think I think the best action scene of like, you know, the fucking CBT hallway, as Noah put it, that's been in the Grimm campaign, is the Falling Rocks one.
Oh, how fucked up.
In theory, the execution was horrible, but the theory of, oh, there's falling rocks, let's run this way, and there's like a mini objective of saving the guard, whose name I forgot.
Yeah, oh, fuck. Daff.
Yes, Daff. As the DM, you could just make the objective, oh, they saved Daff, and then, like, maybe do another turn, and then you just say, oh, you're done. So you can have, like, a roll-off of, like, oh, they get closer to saving him or farther basing on their rolls.
Yeah.
And then there could be a negative of, oh, maybe Daff just dies because they fucked up.
Yeah, if you're doing skill checks, I really think a turn timer for how long the sequence is needed to give it a sense of progression. Or, like, a success to failure ratio that you're counting. Like, I think skill challenges in a, like, in environment like this are best done when there's, like, a combat encounter also going on, where players are like, okay, you've got good skills for, like, this part of it. We need to, like, fix this thing while these guys are pouring in the room. We'll handle the combat. And you're like, we'll protect you. You do the skills, and you need to succeed this many times before you fail, or something like that. Like, it can't just be it can't just be 30 minutes of Eddie then describing that the wheels fall out under us and we're going to the next roll. And this whole fucking time, no one fucking spends a word of roll with advantage.
Oh god, fuck, you're right!
They do this all the time. I have this note later for the episode when they're infiltrating, like when there's very high stakes and they all don't want this character, I want Spoil to be safe. But they're still just doing shit like just roll a d20. They could be spending their resource for advantage to assure they could do well here. Because, like, they probably are, one, they're probably dumb and forget, and two, the ones who remember are probably like, what's the matter? And he's just gonna keep asking till it's over.
Well, you know what's fucked up, Noah, too? They spend aura to get advantage, right?
Yeah.
A roster literally healed Ash's aura during the segment. Can they even do that? Because then, can they, like, technically just keep doing that?
I think they're just using HP and aura interchangeably. Remember, aura points are...
Yeah, you're right. She healed his HP, and they're different. Yeah. Okay.
As it turns out, making your point system also named aura is bad. You should probably call it something like Flare. I don't know. Just so you don't have aura points.
Sounds a little uncreative to me.
Or maybe you make your system work the same as the show, where the HP pool is also the mana pool. I don't know. You'd have to not be playing in 5th edition. Or else maybe you make your spell slots your HP, and that sounds scary. Holy fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Action sequences, like, I think the general thought is, if you do it like this, it's really gay. So you're either doing it like this and hand-waving some stuff, or you're doing it in a different way and making it have some, like, limitations on time or need to succeed. Because it kind of feels like nothing you do matters in this current sequence. It feels like you're just all spinning your wheels.
And don't make your player roll more than 5 times. I think that's just like a good rule of thumb.
Oh, that's such a good roll idea. Yeah.
If they failed 3 times, they lost. If they did it 3 times, they won.
Exactly.
I think if you need more than 5 dice rolls to determine literally anything, it's nonsensical.
Oh, Liam. They need to fucking roll to fucking...
Even
What
5's
was it
pretty
at
fucking
one-
high.
Oh my god. They're literally like on a truck chase and they're doing fucking perception rolls. Like, what are you fucking... I just want to look at the other car. You're a fucking joke, Edward Ribas. You're a
You got in your eye. You rolled a 1.
You stood up too fast and got dizzy. Asher Mora, professional huntsman. Unfucking
diabetic and doesn't know it.
Felix, my head hurts.
My head hurts.
Blood
I'll see you later, Mr. Mayor.
Unfucking real. Yeah, for details like Martin and Mina, also just like,
Yeah, no, I forgot.
I wrote this down.
Yeah, I wrote that down
earlier.
too.
They got
fucked off.
a monkey, a Varangle hits the car they're on, and they, quote, fly off into the distance. And that's the last we hear of them. Like, they literally
blasting off again.
They got team rocketed. Just like, they get thrown off. That's the last we hear of them. Don't know. Lol. We're in a car chase. I guess they're gone.
They fell off the car.
Yeah. Fuck me, man.
You're kind of like wanting too much, bro.
It was like on Big Blue and Smash Bros. They fell off.
I mean, basically, we could actually recreate this episode in Big Blue if we just had
I love my Smash Bros. Grimm Campaign machinima.
Which character would be Pike?
Captain
Kirby.
Falcon, 100%.
Captain Falcon?
No, Captain Falcon, 100%.
I was gonna say Kirby, but okay.
No.
Roster's Mr. Game & Watch.
Yes.
And this joke's not funny enough to continue.
No, it is.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You get Incineroar for Phoenix?
This is...
Whoa,
Yeah.
I thought we were going melee.
And,
dude.
yeah, you're right. This
Melee.
joke isn't funny, huh?
Yeah, we're going melee, and you're a zoomer.
I won't finish that.
God. God, the RWBY Wiki guy wrote like 4 paragraphs. He should have just said there was a car chase. This guy's
He literally should have said, "Remember Fast and Furious 1?"
I
Family.
gotta say, they get towards the cliff, and I heard Chris mumble it. Nature boy, Ric Flair.
No, I guess I'm not a nature boy like Ric Flair. That's exactly
I want to point out that our roster is like, I'm going to try and like hit my pickaxe in the wall to slow my descent. And Carrie's like, yeah, I'm going to do that with my drill. and Eddie goes, okay. And then no one points out that, Carrie, what the fuck are you talking about? Arastra, I understand. You have a drill arm that why are you sticking it in and just hoping it catches?
It just drills in all the way fully.
Yeah. God. They literally let him get away with that.
What the fuck? What the fuck is it, like 5 feet per hour?
They literally...
Well, you're thinking he's like maybe going like at a 90-degree angle straight against the wall. Maybe he's going like down like, you know...
Well, yeah, they're
at an
falling
angle.
down the cliff. That's the idea. They're trying to slow themselves as they fall down a cliff.
He
I don't
put the drill in reverse.
Into a fill. Instead of a trail. He starts building dirt blocks like he's Steve.
That's awesome.
Pike, yeah, I'm editing this article. Pike starts dirt blocking for momentum. Yeah.
Oh, God. What a terrible episode. You're actually like turning me around on it. I didn't understand how any of you, like, you guys say funny things you noticed during the sequence or anything. Yeah. I don't want to move past the sequence. I think the sequence is actually like the worst. Like, it's actually like abysmal.
I have more notes on the part that isn't 80% of the episode.
I feel like we've kind of covered the whole sequence now.
I mean,
those of you listening, if you feel like we haven't, we have.
Just honestly, I'm more worried we're just talking about how bad it is and aren't even saying like what's happened. They're on the cars, they like jump between them.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, they fall
There's
off.
There's a Grimm
down
chase
or something.
The Grimm like hit the cars and they like bounce into the cars. They get near the Grimm like they're like swerve off the road and like they're trying to stop and then one of the other trucks comes by and like hits a roster or some of them. They go careening off a cliff and then they have to like slow their fall down a cliff and like the cliff, and by then they've like lost the Grimm, but the cars were going wild and in like disrepair and shit. Like, yeah, I could lose car chase. They end up off a cliff. Nothing else happens. They don't even get any more like artifacts or anything. There aren't any more.
A lot of Poggy's ones are rolled.
I'm sorry. Go listen to Rock's Fall episode. That basically describes the sequence.
I think the Rock's Fall episode was better than this.
Yes.
Mostly because it was new.
Yeah.
This is a real.
It had a nice coat of paint back then. This is a worn and tried method. I mean, this is literally the third this season, I think.
So I have a point on this specifically, the pattern, that I will get to next episode.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Because everything comes in a pair.
Yeah. Yeah,
now that we're out of there, let's just take a long rest.
Let's take a long rest. Nature check for camping. Kill yourself, Eddie. Survival. They attuned to the other artifact. It's really bad. It's a D12 plus free force damage at a 5-foot AOE, so one space and the 9 adjacent to it, and then you have to pick it up to use it again. So it's just a bad cantrip.
They picked up a fucking grenade.
There's only 8 adjacent tiles to a tile.
I'm retarded. Yeah, sorry, I meant 9 in total. Yeah, so it's a bad cantrip. You can't multi-attack with it because you only throw one. And it costs aura, I'm pretty sure. No, this one doesn't spend aura points. This one just activates. They make a note that they hand off both the artifacts. Arosper gets the hand cannon, and Pike gets the grenade. And they give them to the aura point builds because I guess they need more to be powerful because they're already stronger than them.
Okay.
But then you just think that realize the cannon's just really bad and abysmally bad. Costs you all your good spell abilities bad to do a D8 damage. And so they've just tricked Laura because she doesn't want to think about numbers into becoming a worse character by giving her this arm.
Maybe it scales exponentially. So
it does for every 10 AP you put in. Dude, it's 2 AP for a third or second level spell, I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly. Wait, no, AP and spells don't go together. Right, never mind. Spell builds are just already busted. I fucking hate this class. So yeah, the rich get richer, but hey dude, Phoenix is gonna get +2 damage on his weapons at level 5 or something. Poggers!
I have to say, at least giving the cannon to Arosper makes sense because she has the highest aura. The cannon's dog shell, you said though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Does Pike... Pike, I guess, does get the bomb. He keeps saying...
Why does he need it? Why does he need it? They call it the Jawbreaker.
Yeah,
Why do they need it? He already has ranged cantrips.
Carrie says at least 3 separate times, no one laughs any time, that he's going to eat the bomb.
Yeah. I just wish he would do it. They do their HP rolls. Asher rolls a 10. Pike rolls a 1. Very epic.
Imagine rolling for HP.
You're a lunatic.
Nah, rolling for HP's base, unless you get a 1.
Thank you, Ben.
Listen,
then he says he's
like,
you can do it. You can do it. I'm just not gonna do it with you because I want to exponentially ruin my character.
Nah.
Just for a high roll. Yeah, Liam?
Sorry, let me just not take above average result and choose random. Nonsense.
It's not the high rolls, Liam!
Only do it if you're barbarian because it's based if you roll 12.
Oh, of course.
Foggies, 12. Yeah, they go to the city, and they actually are like, how are the sensors looking as they enter the city? And I did a Pog face. I couldn't believe they actually asked.
Honestly,
and everyone looks at them like somebody died, and they're like, "Oh, that's pretty sad."
No. First, everyone looks at them like, "Yeah, you made it back." The nondescript people give them a warm welcome. Eddie describes they were worried, you guys have been out all day, they're happy to see you. I'm just people, just no one in general, but a nebulous group of people are happy to see them.
And then they look away.
And then Eddie smiles and goes, "So, what did you guys do last time?" I don't remember. Can you remind me? about like the issue with the censors and everything. And he just like, yeah, I don't remember what your solution was, unironically.
Very cool, Eddie.
And they have to tell him like, yeah, Takaya like put the child soldiers on it. And he's like, oh, okay. And then Eddie immediately describes the children looking weird. So I just assumed this was all on the fly.
No, that's a little Eddieism. He knew.
Oh, you think he was trying to test if they knew?
He's been a little cheeky. He's been a little cheeky with them.
Like you're okay.
Yeah, I'm a fan on this one.
Oh yeah, it was like a womanly.
I think he was being a
got
little cheeky.
Okay, cheeky. Well, Eddie did say he wants to be a little sassy, so you know.
I guess he did.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
What? That makes perfect sense with something I wrote down for the next episode.
You forgot what that line was in reference to? Okay, nice.
No.
This guy's a psychopath.
No, I just wrote down that next episode, one character in particular is being, like, really fucking sassy.
Oh, remember? They go to Takaya and they're like...
Oh, no, please let me, please, no. Please. Oh, my God. This... I need to go into this, folks, because this is one of the funniest things ever, especially in regards to how Chad is now like, God, I think Laura's retarded.
Literally.
Because Laura instantly just goes, no, he didn't find anything. And you can see Chad, like, go, wait, what are we... Like, in his mind, he's like, wait, are we not going to tell Takai about the artifact?
He literally goes, why would we not tell the guy we trust about it?
No. He says that next episode.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
In the moment, he just kind of goes, okay, I guess I'm rolling along with this. And Takaya is like, oh, did you find anything? Like, he's very adamant, like, you know, because the DM wants him to tell fucking Takaya, hey,
yeah,
there's something, it's very dangerous artifacts.
Yeah.
But, basically what happens is Rostra's a psychopath and does not trust Takaya still does not trust him. Even though he's like, okay, that sounds... They even describe the artifacts.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we found the Jawbreaker. He's like, that sounds pretty dangerous. That's very useful. And they're like, okay, then there's this like arms thing. It like absorbs aura in relation to how much it comes. It comes out. It comes like, that could be so bad, like in the wrong hands. Like, yeah, that it doesn't have like an upper limit. That's really scary. Can Templeton like at least look at that? You guys should send that over. No.
And Rostra wearing a Mega Man arm blaster, taking up her entire arm. Oh, well, we don't have it on us. We'll have to go get it later.
Arostra is literally in front of him, Ben. I don't think you're stressing this enough. Arostra is sitting there and standing.
Oh yeah, I was getting to it. She has one of the artifacts on her, and Eddie has to ask her, I think 3 times, "Are you concealing it?" Because she keeps giving him a non-committal answer.
She's just like the bracelets on her arm.
So
He's like,
weird.
Are you hiding it? Well, it's on my arm. It's not like the cannon. It's on my arm.
I'm hiding it around my horns, Noah. But are you? But is Felix like concealing it? No, it's around my horns.
No, it's around my horns.
Ben, where are you keeping your Star Labs t-shirt? Felix has it in his pocket, but it's peeking out a little.
It's super fun. And it's just another example of like
women,
like Laura.
Yeah.
But like, is she
been base compilation?
Like how much is she even like fucking there?
That's a good point.
I don't want. He's just literally like, I don't want to give up my cool arm cannon. It's the shittiest object in the world. They just want to look at it too. They're not saying like surrender goods to us.
Why is
I guess this goes to show how much they trust Eddie at this point.
Why is the roster so fucking awful? Why
it only gets worse next episode. It
gets so much worse.
The next episode, literally Chad goes, yeah, we hid it from Takai, I really don't know why. He's like a nice old man, I don't know why we did that.
The kindly old man who's our ally, I don't know why we hid that. Looks into webcam. I don't know, bro.
The allegations are real, his thing goes dark.
Bros, no!
No.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, at least Phoenix and Pike are off doing something, like, cool and player-driven, right, guy? I have to admit, this is probably one of the worst things that's happened in a while. I say this every episode. So, I want to talk about what Pike and fucking Phoenix get up to.
Basically...
Where's Taupe?
They go to check on the electrical stuff after checking on the children.
Okay, like...
They go check on their investment in the child soldiers.
So, as I will relay from the RWBY Wiki, Takaya informs them there's these kids who are watching the temper... This Wiki article is wrong. They find out these kids... Phoenix and Pike find out these kids, Raz and Fuchsia, were assigned to watch the Tempered Gate. They since left and haven't been back. They then go check up and discover Taupe's best friend Kent, who then relays to them that he's suspicious of Raz and Fuchsia because their eagerness to patrol the gate, and they've always been trying to do some investigating of his own. And then they check up on the gate, and it's weird. And then they go back to him, and Kent's like, okay, let me talk about Taupe a little bit more. Taupe's always been like, he's like the biggest among us. I quote, Taupe is the biggest and strongest.
No. Quote, Taupe is the biggest and strongest of us, and everyone falls in line.
Everyone falls in
Which
line.
makes it fucking very strange.
Really weird. And then, so he's like, and Taupe's been investigating them, and I've been, like, investigating Taupe and then. And Taupe was being a bit of a Janny, and was, like, following the kids around and trying to get us to do things correctly. So, like, everyone kind of gets frustrated with it. And then, like, Taupe followed them, and they all went off to this gate, and then they all disappeared. And now, the way I relayed this might sound schizophrenic, but this is the way it's relayed to them. Because, and yes, relayed to them in the sense that Eddie goes, yeah, you and them went there, and asked them, and they told you, and then you went here because you want to investigate this. Eddie takes 5 minutes to describe literally an episode of the Grimm Campaign that did not happen, but is canon. Where we talk about what Phoenix and Pike did for, like, the day investigating this. But Eddie's just like, I'm just gonna tell you what your investigation was the whole time. Like, I'm surprised he didn't say fucking Phoenix got tacos in the middle of it, because he just fucking... Don't let me take that wheel!
No,
Well,
remember,
he did say that he's got his 9 out of
1.
10. And he's
Oh my god, you're right. He's like, yeah, you got a 9, you got your voucher. So yeah, Eddie just took the wheel.
He got his food stamps.
Literally Faunus food stamps. Let's fucking go. He literally took the wheel from them and described a side quest they did. And they're like, well, can we ask Ket some questions? And they're like, and they finally get to actually talk to an NPC as themselves. After all of that is just relayed to them. Like, what they did.
Oh, can I point something out as well? I love when our guy, Pike Wright, has to be like, hey, Eddie, can I ask, like, one of the kids whose name I don't know? Yeah, I forgot. You didn't even, like, come up with, like, a couple of, kids besides Toph. It's literally just...
There's Raz and Fuchsia who are, like, the sus
them
kids.
now.
Them now, yeah, exactly. Yeah, because when they show up and the kids are being a little weird, they're like, where's Taupe? He's like, can I ask Taupe? And he's like, he's not there. That's what starts this. Just Eddie points out that Taupe's not there, so they investigate. And then Eddie relays to them their entire investigation method. Might as well have said they started a PI firm together. I literally can't describe how insane this made me feel. I fuck Eddie! You cannot just start telling people the whole journey they did. And they're so weirded out by it, like the way Carrie's like, can I ask Kent some questions? Like, he's shocked that he's allowed to actually speak to Kent, which was a terrible idea. He should not let him speak to Kent because Carrie, in the middle of this conversation, goes, can I tussle his hair a little bit? And Chad immediately goes, and you hear Chad in the background go, this is getting weird.
Face.
Here's his face, by the way. This is getting weird.
Face Chad enjoyer.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a little weird.
Oh yeah, they love them kids.
I don't.
They really do.
I guess I'm glad they didn't have to sit through that whole investigation because it sounded very boring. So maybe Eddie's just really, cutting the fat of his own campaign. Yeah. So they go to that gate finally where Ken was talking about, where the kids went off last. And it's clearly been like tampered with, and there's like signs of a struggle. And he's like, alright, Ken. Hey, Ken, go get our teammates. Tell them it's scary. And Chad's kind of tilted because he wanted to go to Templeton because there's a new artifact. But he's like, well... it's like, I kind of want to go to Templeton. Roster goes, ugh. Laura's like, ugh. He's like, yeah, well, I wanted to loot. But since there's like a murdered child, I kind of don't want to wait on this. So they go over there and they like find a bunch of big footprints next to small ones. Well, and they see that...
Specifically, Chad said, well, I guess if there's like blood in a hallway, I'll go. And then Gary's like, well, it's children's blood.
Child blood! They find like literally footprints, small footprints, and then the ground indentation of like a body being dragged, and the crushed Junior Huntsman badge sticky note they gave to Pike. So they're like, I guess this is our next episode, is looking into this. And so it was.
Episode 10, Missing in Action, in Search of Taupe.
I feel like that was backwards. But
that was backwards.
Yeah, for you, maybe.
That's fair. I'm not on your side of the globe right now.
Yeah, because In Search of Taupe, Missing in Action sounds so much better. You gotta leave the mystery of the second one.
Yeah. Was there anything funny in the recap?
Yeah, Carrie rolled a 69 and Chad rolled a 420. Yeah, and it cuts to a clip of them rolling 100 dice, and
don't worry, you heard it.
420.
Don't worry, the 420 clip is going to be in this week's opening. I'm almost certain. that clip is very funny.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. I actually wrote down when this happened that I would not shit on them for this. Because, one, this was off camera. They spliced it in, but they did not physically do this on recording.
I'm not shitting on them. This is just a funny little...
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying people might shit on them for doing, like, Poggy's 42069. But, like, fucking, that's what everyone does, that kind of fucking stupid shit.
Of course Blake would be in defense of drug addicts.
Oh, no, 100% I agree. When I played my D&D game with my other friends that weren't you guys, that was really lame. Before every session... they would roll a 1d69 and a 1d420.
Jesus
Christ.
Some geniuses just show their genius out in the open.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah.
Not all heroes roll 20s. we need a merch store. Anyway, what were we talking about?
All these iconic quotes we have.
Buy a t-shirt with Felix on it, and he's wearing a star.
How about a t-shirt with Liam's face on it?
How about a t-shirt of Ben's face going, I hate women?
I would never say that. How could you say that, dude? I would never say that. I would sooner like give up my Twitter account than
that. Phoenix sniffs for dead child smell and doesn't go far. That happened. Don't laugh.
That did happen.
In the recap, Chad says, there was like two children. One of their names was like a color, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah! He's like, one's like a color and one's a fruit, I guess. Like,
yes, I remember correctly.
That could describe a lot.
Ben being vindicated.
I'm very proud of Noah. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you because I really thought this would be another episode of you going, stop making fun of the naming convention! I did that about 400 times this episode.
You do it about 400 times.
It's very funny.
They just don't give a shit. It's unbelievable.
Because RWBY naming conventions are cringe, and they realize it. Pretty base of them, frankly.
I think it's fun, but it's really funny to me that they're like surprised.
I do think it's great. They just don't care.
Yeah, it's so weird to me.
They don't give a fuck. It's base.
Like Eddie literally has the audacity to name this character Fuchsia, and then he goes, "Yeah, you see the kid with fuchsia-colored hair."
and the other one holding raspberries.
Yeah, that's the immediate comment. Dude, what's the other one holding raspberry? They were fucking making fun of him. Star Morning!
Oh no, it's dead.
Oh no, they're gonna dox me with that. Yeah. Anyway,
Yes,
it's really
they will.
based because, like, you know, when you make a color, you don't immediately. You should immediately describe the character as having a color of that color. Yeah, I see Ruby Rose, and she's got a ruby red cloak. Awesome. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that just reminded me. I loved at one point. I don't remember when this was, but Chad just screams, "Jesus Christ!" that was so fucking funny.
What?
He just
Fuck, what?
screamed, "Jesus Christ!"
I forget when that was.
I think it's this
Fuck.
episode. I don't remember what it was about, but it was very funny.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I'm pissed.
Venus, get down and sniff that kid blood.
Smell it up. Yes, child.
What a great vintage.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
I love him.
Right. So, right. What do we got here, bros? What's in this episode?
What is it?
They go to
Yeah,
investigate in Taupe's apartment.
Yeah, there's a couple steps where they, like, find a key card, and they're like, I know where that is. And then they're like, okay, guys. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They're like, we need to go. And Roster's like, yeah, but I need to get more dust. So they stop at the dust store in the middle. Last episode, well, there's, like, blood on the ground, so we should track this. This episode, Laura goes, I need more dust. So they stop at the dust shop. To which, very based of Eddie to go, you see the spot where Taupe would normally be, and he's not there.
As Pike gets him to lick the ground.
Okay, to be fair, the way Carrie describes this is very pathetic, where he's like, Pike sees the spot and goes over to it and sadly kind of like touches the spot where Taupe normally stood guard and looks concerned, which is cringe. But the idea that you're expressing that Pike is looking there and feeling bad and nervous, I'm like, that's good of you, Carrie. Smash cut to Arastra, who, quote, ignores that and finds it annoying, walks into the dust store.
No,
This character is so base.
I know. Arastra is fucking amazing.
Arastra is literally like that is so cringe. I don't care about the child. Like, explicitly this episode.
Kill the child.
Holy shit!
She literally just doesn't give a fuck. But
Holy shit! It caught me off guard how, like, blunt and, like, wow, that's actually kind of fucking... Like, you're literally gonna just say that, and your character's, like, rolling their eyes at him, like, possibly being worried and maybe mourning a child's loss.
Can I just say how stupid that is in character, because she wants to obviously go save him, so why is she acting like a bitch?
It's so weird!
Because she literally is the most inconsistent bitch
Okay,
in the planet.
Because she's all
She
business,
doesn't trust Taupe.
See,
I
like to think of Arastra as a more well-written Felix.
Ben, that segues perfectly into this. Felix. Felix, ask the best of us. Do you want to go ask the doctor about Omicron?
Felix, whom I would define as the best of us.
Oh no!
This is a quote from Carrie. I literally cut off the quote because I turned my brain off. Pike goes, Arastra, Carrie goes, well, Pike turns to Arastra, who I would define as the best of us. And I literally couldn't, care to remember what the rest of that quote was. I'm just like, what the fuck? Do they feel like if they compliment her, she'll start paying more attention? I don't get it.
It's basically directing Arastra to be the one to go do the talking with the fucking shopkeeper or whatever that Taupe.
Yeah, right, that's what it was, to investigate if he knows where Taupe is. But, like, why
Arastra?
Is it literally as pathetic as a woman is cool who plays nerd thing, I want to kiss her ass? Or is it, like, the fact that Laura is ambivalent and they're like, well, Laura's kind of cool, she doesn't care about the game, so she's got, like, a cool head on her shoulder. Like, what is this dynamic these guys have? Like, it's not like Laura and these people are, like, having little fuck around moments where they're joking with each other. Like, well, I don't know. Maybe Laura's just, like, a very stiff person in general, but it's so weird.
I feel like it's literally just, like, an unspoken social thing of just, like, yeah, she like, never fucking does jack shit unless someone prompts her. So everyone just kind of, like, they
Oh
didn't,
no, I know what this is. Oh god.
they didn't say it, but like they all know the idea of like, yeah, we
Liam
better like,
laughed because he knows what I'm gonna say.
we gotta prompt her to do things, or she's literally just gonna sit there quietly.
What are you
Liam,
gonna
should
say,
I-
Noah?
You know what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say it now. I don't want to be mean.
Is it mean?
I was gonna say this is just what we did with Ron. I know exactly what's happening. You prop up the player who needs the assistance. Right, I remember how this works. When a player's bad, you prop them up in character. That's why I'd always prop up Ian's character, by making fun of him.
God, you just
Those are some good times.
Fucking you just
You could have just mentioned Ian's character. You didn't have to
you just
drag
compared
my boy Ron through the
You
dirt.
just compared Liam directly to fucking Rostra and Ian. Jesus.
I know he
Yeah,
does it
that's
out of,
pretty cold-blooded,
with a smile on his face.
Oh fuck! But really, I gotta say, Eddie threw some shade. I don't know if you guys noticed, like where he like when they're investigating stuff about Taupe. When they get so the dust shop's over. Literally, they learn nothing besides Taupe has not been there. But
And he didn't give his 2 weeks notice.
Yeah. It's really fucked up.
I couldn't know his power. Fucker. Make fun of Ron. See what happens.
Literally, that is like a hex you put on him. Holy shit, that's base. Anyway, we don't need him anyway.
Do we keep going or do you
We
want to
fucking
Yeah,
keep going.
what? You think
Yeah,
he carries the fucking show? No, I didn't think so.
Okay, fuck it. Let's set it in work for me.
Yeah, this is
Okay. So, what I was saying is the dust shop's over. Literally, the shopkeeper was just like, yeah, Taupe just doesn't come into work, and he's a good boy. I expect him to give his resignation.
I hope he doesn't
I
die.
expect him to give his resignation.
He didn't give us 2 weeks notice when the city
when the city went to shit. Apparently, I don't know. My shop's doing fine. So is the skillful. It's doing better than ever. Is the city on fire? Who knows? But they go to Toast's apartment. They do the funniest thing of everyone gets in except for Asher. It's going in from the window. There's a locked, so like Phoenix and Carrie or Phoenix and Pike literally just look at him outside the window and just don't let him in for some psychotic reason.
It's funny.
And then
that is a
Like,
funny
no,
joke of like
I'll say this.
the
I'll say
stupid
this.
rogue like trying to sneak in and you just go in the front door and laugh at him as
Okay,
he tries to get in. That's
I'll
funny.
say this. I think that fits Phoenix. I think Phoenix doing that, it's fine, because he
Yeah.
kind of wants to get back at him for, giving him his number.
the recurring
That's
joke.
fine, but when Pike does it, I'm like,
And that
Pike
well,
was supposed to be like everyone's friend.
well, the
He's
problem
impressionable.
Well, the problem is it
Yes.
also leaves the only one to let him into a Rostra, so Rostra, like, rolls her eyes and just opens the window without looking. Because she's
Oh yeah, 'cause
psychotic.
she's so nonchalant.
Yeah, 'cause
she's
she's
so cool,
she's
so
insane.
flippant.
But
yet
what I
so
was saying is,
desirable.
the shade is, they go to Taupe's apartment, Taupe lives alone. Taupe also seems to be a very nice artist from what described. And Eddie hits them with the line of, something you guys kind of never picked up about him. And, like, I was blown away, because that is such a, like, fucking, like, shade line as a DM, just being like, yeah, you just didn't notice this about the NPC. But, like, Eddie, they could never notice that about Taupe. Literally nothing fucking would have made
Well,
you
maybe
think...
he's throwing shade that they didn't talk to him about like his hobbies and
What the fuck?
his passion. They only
Okay.
talk business.
I'm sorry they didn't talk to an Eddie NPC enough to figure out their fucking hobbies, what they're schizophrenically just like...
No, yeah, it's nonsensical.
It-
I feel like if Eddie's throwing shade there, he's just a fucking lunatic.
Okay, I'm gonna start going off because it's like a long fucking tangent I have. But I fucking... I don't know how you guys feel. I fucking hate this whole plot line right now of like, we gotta rescue Taupe. Because it's literally like trying to hinge like a current plot line on me caring about the most astroturfed character in the show.
What are you talking about? Taupe is based. He's so cool. Little guy.
He's so cool. He's so cool. I like how he literally is just like the only named child in their child army.
What do you mean?
And,
They just named like 5 more yet last
Oh,
episode.
now they did when they literally called him out on it. He went, "Oh, I guess his name's Kanda."
You only need to know one. He's
Can't
the
what?
biggest
Can't blue?
and strongest
Can't
of
green?
them all,
Where's the
and they
color,
all
Eddie?
fall in line behind him. There's only one you need to know, Ben.
Oh yeah, I that's so weird too. I love that.
As
he's
I
just like
said,
a drone.
as I said, Taupe is in fact the Irene or Gwen of the school.
We have to talk about this.
What?
Remember when they find a picture like, "Oh, Taupe drew all you guys.
Oh,
Oh, look, he drew all you guys." Oh no, listen. I love this because then we have the most awesome Carrie scene of looks down, looks at the camera. "If you take him from us, we're done professionally, Eddie." I can't wait though. I cannot wait to do that to Liam. I can't wait.
That is really funny.
If you do this, Liam, we're done
Liam,
professionally.
if you
when I
hurt
kill Dibby, we're
Liam,
done.
yeah, I was about to say,
professionally.
We're done professionally.
Liam, if you hurt Dibby, we're done.
We're done. We're on
Ha-
your stupid
so no meme. How do you guys feel about Taupe in this plotline?
I mean,
I don't
it's
know, I'm fine
kind
with
of, it's whatever. I mean, honestly, at this point, with how Eddie runs his game, I'm surprised he even found any plotline for them to care about. Frankly,
what I was gonna say is like I don't like Taupe because he feels really astroturfed, but it's not like I care at all about any character in this fucking show.
God, no.
Like I probably care about Taupe the most just because he's astroturfed. So it's just like I know he's like fucking working hard to make me care about this character in the most bullshit way, but
I'd say
like
Taupe. Sorry.
no, keep going.
I'd say Taupe is easily top 3 NPCs.
Yeah.
Well,
Of-
yeah.
Of the 3
Three.
NPCs.
Well, yeah, that's undeniable.
I'd say Alabaster is the best.
Alabaster is kind of my favorite, mostly because I love how he just died.
Is he literally?
I really hope we get season 3.
no.
Otherwise, I think Alabaster just died.
Ben, do you?
He did just die, like canonically.
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Ben, do you remember anything from this point? Because like I don't. I literally once they got on the cars, I stopped remembering anything because that's when I fell asleep.
Give me a second. I actually did write down because I knew this episode kind of dragged for me.
No. I don't mean your notes. I mean like from when we
What?
first watched this. Did you remember these episodes? Like, do you think?
Oh no! Because and I now know because these episodes are fucking terrible. These are terrible. I mean, I don't think how could I remember them?
Because I think this is where I fell
This is awful.
asleep. So like
You were asleep for all of season 2. You don't need to.
I remember everything up till like the car segment, and then like I don't remember how that ended. So I think I fell asleep in the middle of that, and then like everything after that is like a blur.
I gotta be honest. I can't wait to fucking forget this series.
Yes, 100%.
So I can watch it all again.
Oh,
God.
brought it back.
I literally would just go read the wiki if there's a season 3 instead of watching this shit again. You can't fucking pay me to watch this.
Hold on. Oh, okay. So we need to get on what happens after, right? They choke out the 2 kids, right?
Whoa, again,
What?
Ben, you're fast forwarding. So they're investigating Taupe's apartment.
Yeah.
And they hear noise coming from the adjacent apartment. And the 2 fucking idiots like they were just in the wrong apartment because they didn't know which one.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I love this that Eddie just gives them that. He just says that, like, oh yeah, they're just retarded. They just broke into the wrong one.
Well, I think it's because they rolled a high number, so Eddie just gave it to them that they know this.
Did they roll? Oh god.
Oh, before we get to choking out the kids, we did miss a key important moment back in the dust shop.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Noah,
Hi.
what's up? You good?
Oh,
Oh, you on your phone?
why isn't this working?
You sound like shit.
Hell yeah, guess who's in it?
Is your internet still dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Okay, go on, Lynn.
So they go
Everyone
to
you know.
in the dust shop.
we were just
Carrie-
going about.
Yes!
Yeah, of course we went on without you. What the fuck? You think you're important?
Sorry, this critical fucking goddamn show.
It's fine,
Yeah,
we're
I
looping
thought
back.
you had jokes. Where are you at?
I gotta boost Noah so I can fucking hear his ass. Anyway,
Where are we at? Let me...
We're
we're
in the
about
apartment.
to do the apartment. Kids
Pull
get
my
choked
notes.
out, but I'm looping back to the dust shop because I checked my notes and we actually missed something. Carrie goes to the
Oh,
gachapon machine to get a gachapon, and he gets a shade again.
He fucking reused one.
That's it.
What is wrong with Eddie? He can't come up.
No,
with
there's
another
only
one?
4 outcomes, Noah. It's the shittiest
Why
gacha
didn't he go
ever.
to school?
What a terrible gotcha.
Why didn't he at least get one of the other schools? He got one of the schools he had already gotten.
Well, he got the one he gave to Taupe.
Eddie is so fucking
Can you at least merge them?
lazy guy. That is such a cope answer by Eddie. What?
I asked if you can at least merge them.
No, he threw it away. Taupe has it. This is bullshit.
Oh, another reason to find
Okay.
Taupe. So no,
Oh, that's a funny joke, Blake. I didn't get it.
No, I want
I
you.
got you. I like
I don't get it.
No.
Question. I'm cutting you off, Blake. Did we mention that Taupe, the things he was drawing, he was drawing like the gotcha, like beacon and whatever?
Yeah.
Like based
Oh
off
yeah,
of the
Taupe's a
gachapon.
deviant. You got there, you didn't talk about Taupe being a deviant.
No, we
already?
did.
Holy shit.
What? No,
We
did.
did.
No, we talked about everything up until
We
the
just
kid
said he did
getting
art.
to the
but
kids.
specifically, he was drawing the
He's
gotcha.
trying to
Well,
get
no,
I
and the
mentioned
crew.
that.
Well, no,
I don't pay attention, Ben.
no, I mentioned it
I
as
can't believe that. Well, I'm here, so I have to say, I cannot believe that Eddie's like, what does an artist draw? Oh, only the things they see in real life. There's nothing like Taupe drawing his badass Huntsman OC. He's like, Taupe is sat. I'm to believe Taupe sits in his Naruto apartment with all his spoiled ramen and training weights. Puts in his gachapon and sketches it. Like, Eddie, what the fuck? No, he draws like cool things he wants to be, or like weapon ideas. Like, Taupe should have like, this is my cool weapon I'll make one day when I'm older.
I gotta say, Noah, I also said that Eddie had like the most shade line ever of like they get into the apartment, see the art stuff, and he's like, something you guys kind of never picked up about him. Which is like, how the fuck would they ever pick up that Taupe's an artist?
They didn't ask about his hobbies, bro. That's so mean.
That's what Liam said, and I was like, why the fuck would they ever do that? Why would you asking Eddie? Why would you asking Eddie and PC about their fucking hobbies?
Alabaster is really into sewing.
Okay, no. I also did a poll with
I
Liam
bet
and
the
Ben
podcast wants this. Yeah, go ahead.
About-
you want the answer for the poll.
about just like. So I hate this plotline, not because I don't understand what's happening, but I hate this
Which
plotline
one,
because Taupe is the most astroturfed fucking character, and like I don't.
Players like him is the thing.
Well,
they fell for it.
Well, yeah, no, I get it, but also it's like, to be fair, Liam said Taupe's like top 3 NPCs, and that's completely right, because I don't care about any character in the show, so I guess I care about Taupe the most? Even though I hate it?
I like Abby's introduction.
Yeah, but she keeps speaking.
You know.
She just keeps...
Don't worry, don't worry, my notes on Abby this episode are, God, Abby's a cunt.
She just keeps talking, so it quickly devolved.
And he quickly ruined that character. Oh my lord.
Literally jumped to the present, and her character jumped on a noose. Like...
Yeah, okay, so you talked about the drawings, but do we talk about what fucking happened next with Pike?
No.
Hey, like, Pike picks up one of the drawings, and it's like a fucking town, ostensibly. Eddie describes the picture looks like a dusty town, so, in vacuo. Well, yeah, Eddie, it's mostly a desert, so most towns are filled with sand, but okay. He's like, Pike, you think you've been here?
Yeah, oh, yeah, no, I was gonna get to this. This is the most fucking crazy shit of literally...
The resemblance happens, I think, after this. Like, there's the segment where they talk to the kids first, so let's not get into that yet. But the whole thing of, like, you think you've been here, Terry doesn't do anything with it. What did Eddie mean by this?
I'm so confused.
Is he an amnesiac?
I wish I fucking knew what the fuck the point was of this. Like, to them.
This isn't...
Because
Yeah.
I don't... Like, I'm just like, did like, Eddie and him set something up that they're like gonna go off of?
Yeah!
Because like, if they did, why the fuck did they just like completely drop the ball? What? Like, I'm trying to figure out how scripted that was.
Dropping the ball in this part is nothing compared to the part that Carrie will drop the ball on next, which is awesome. But like, yeah, so it's this weird moment he has. He doesn't really talk to the other players about it or say what Pike's thinking about it. He's just like, "Oh, weird, Eddie," and I gotta give it to him. I feel bad for Eddie in these moments because, like, literally. Literally, Felix, you recognize him. Oh my god, Umaboshi, he was the guy from your dream, that man who enslaved you and branded you. Felix is like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah, no, it's awful because the only thing the players talk about is if, like, they literally mechanically know what Pike Semblance does.
No, that happens a little bit, and it's even worse. That's when they're on the way to the gang, specifically because I remember that's how Carrie comes up with the excuse they want to go hang out with Beeb and Keister.
I fucking love that.
Which make up my number, which I'm sure make up Liam's number 2 and 3 NPCs.
No,
The top 3.
But number 3, Alabaster's number 1.
But this is when they grab the children, food and color.
Children who have broken into the next door over.
Yes,
because they're retarded.
Because
they're children.
No, because they're retarded.
Yeah.
If they were children, you couldn't choke them out. So anyway, they choke them out and attack them quite immediately.
Well, yeah, okay, so Fuchsia and Raz, we know it's them, but it's 2 unnamed children, are talking in the next room over. And so they're like, well, let's go investigate. And the level of investigation is Carrie goes, I'm going to kick the door down. He rolls a 20. And they talk about how Carrie literally looks like he's about to fucking molest these kids for how intimidating he is. Asher was mercifully given advantage on his roll because he rolls literally a fucking 1 and then a 14 on his intimidate. So sorry, Chad, you don't get to have Eddie describe how Asher stands there, pisses himself like Sonichu, Chan, and intimidates the children through that method. But yeah, then they start choking these kids.
Yeah, and they basically are just like, hey, give us the information. Where's Taupe? What happened to Taupe? Why did you do this to Taupe? And they're like, it was a Hana gang. They hired us. We started working with them recently.
Taupe! Choke slams into a wall.
Literally.
You forgot to mention that the first time Eddie did this voice, he quickly changed the accent because he started giving them a fucking hood rat, literal gangbanger, what's you saying? And he went, oh, that might be racist. It is a normal voice. Go fucking back. His first voice is literally racist black gang member voice.
If these characters had art, I would do the Sasuke edit. That's literally what they did.
Just go put a fucking
so funny.
Just put a raspberry over the head and Pike over the other one.
And then Asher's like, we should just kill him. And then they're just shitting and pissing their pants.
Well, yeah, but
I'll give Asher this. He can't make sure that Asher winks at Pike. But I don't think Pike understands that.
No. That's the thing. Pike doesn't... I expect this from Asher. It's funny if Asher does it.
Yeah.
Because, it's
Asher. He's a loose cannon.
Yeah. When Pike starts revving his drill and says he will kill you, there's just some truth behind it.
I
love Pike right, I will kill you.
I gotta say, the last couple episodes, it feels like Pike's actually more mellow and predictable than before.
Yeah, Carrie's off Ritalin or where the fuck he was on.
Yeah, he's not as absolutely balls to the wall, psycho mode.
Because they were given a chance to go.
Well, yeah, they're railroaded to hell and back, and somehow it still feels fucking fucking weird. Eddie has them on a thick track, but the rail cart has holes in it.
Yeah, exactly. So the kids are young recruits. We learned the kids, Fuchsia and Raz, are young recruits to the Hana Guild. And that the Hana Guild, for some reason, was we're gonna kidnap Taupe. And, like, you might be like, that's retarded. But the reason makes sense unironically.
Of course, he's the biggest and strongest of all of them.
No, it's because they're using him as bait to get these guys. Which is like, alright, at least there's a decent answer for that. But they don't really say that now, obviously, or else that kind of wouldn't be a good plan. But, yeah. Is there literally anything else that happens with Fusion Rad?
No,
is that just
no, it's basically exactly what you'd expect. They were just like, okay, where is he? And then, like, Eddie told them before they started asking questions that these children will not lie to them and will tell them everything they want to know.
Yeah.
So, like, okay.
Fear you.
Well, great fucking, like, shakedown when you literally open it up by saying, you will learn everything you want to know. Do whatever.
Players then freeze up and go, I don't know what I want to ask now.
Yeah, and so they learn where Taupe is. They learn how to go find him.
Draw me a map.
Yeah. They literally get a hand
screw
drawn.
your asshole in.
They get a hand drawn map.
And I'm not talking about the drill.
Literally my favorite line ever.
And
I will
they
shove this drill up your rumpus.
And then they just throw the kids down.
Scuttle your butt, Noah.
Scuttle your butt.
They throw the kids down, give them a tap on the ass, and then say, "Go talk to Takaya about this, or I'm gonna scuttle your butt."
Very trusting of these, like, you know, gang members.
To be fair, Eddie literally said they will do whatever and answer every if I was in their position, I'd also believe the kids would just go do that because Eddie literally said they could do that.
Fear is a valid weapon. Fair enough.
I mean, they're like 13, I guess. So I mean, fair enough. I'd be scared of fucking Phoenix and Pike and Asher.
Yeah.
Like
only when you were 13, though, right?
Yeah. Once I was 14, fair game.
Yeah.
Fair game, then, brother.
But like, so that's basically it with the kids. If anyone has anything else on them,
does anyone have an issue with our heroes just fucking threatening to kill children?
No, our
I know they're gang members, but
our heroes.
100%.
No, our heroes are psychopaths.
Oh yeah.
I'm not phased at all. Have you fucking seen what they do?
Oh yeah, dude, this shit's insane. It's not out of character. It's just still, it still amazes me that they don't really like care. They don't really mind.
Well, they don't
really think
they don't bat an eye. This is the most natural thing in the world for them.
Yeah, exactly. They don't.
Well, I mean, when a
don't
roster's the
bat
best
an eye.
of them, I mean, what do you expect?
Jesus.
Yeah, not a lot.
So there obviously is some options here. Option 1, go back to Takaya for some reason. Go back to Takaya and see the...
Go back to Takaya for some reason.
Well, option 1, go back to Takaya and go see the artifact that fucking Dr. Insano has.
Oh no, please don't.
Option 2, option 2, go save Pike, or Taupe. Option 3, what's option 3, Liam? It's the one they do.
They go to what's her name?
Abby.
Charge into battle. They go to Abby.
They decide, let's go to Abby to get some more help?
So, they kind of confuse themselves because the objective is to report to Abby to go continue to get her assistance. But in these moments, they confuse themselves like literal like lemmings, and they're like, we're going to Abby to get help with Taupe, right? Like, no, you were going to Abby to get reinforcements for the sewer sanctuary. But, okay, I guess you're going to Abby to get help with Taupe now. Like, once again, glad you guys want to help Taupe. You're kind of just very backwards how you're handling yourselves, but okay.
So they walk up there, decided that this, for some reason, is the best course of action. Pike decides to stay outside because he's real mad.
No, he's not real mad. This is when Eddie randomly prompts Carrie, because earlier Carrie just ignored him, and he's like, you guys know about Pike's semblance? Like, do the other players know what the deal is, Carrie? Carrie's like, I don't know. And then Eddie drops this bombshell, which is like, because Pike's semblance didn't always used to be this. And Carrie's like, yeah.
Does Pike have an evolved semblance?
Well, ostensibly, that's kind of what's happening. And he describes like...
Yeah, it's like when Clara got harder.
I really wish
Very funny.
I really wish. No. I was about to say. I really wish we were just like in a session and you just said out loud, "Well, Clara's semblance didn't always used to be this," and I'd just be like, "What?"
But yeah, exactly. I fucking dropped this on you. And Carrie goes on this little like explanation of like, yeah, with like probability, when it's 50-50, it's not like actually 50-50. Like sometimes you get on like a hot streak or whatever. And things go real good, and then things go real bad. And I'm like, oh, that's like that makes me actually like, that's like a cool period. Oh, I'm actually, when you phrase it that way, I'm like, a plot hook. That's actually kind of like an interesting point. So like, the implication is, so I read into this more than I need to. The implication is, because there's no explanation, that Pike probably thought his semblance was just good luck and knowing what to do. And being cool. And then one day it stopped working 100% of the time, and it became meme phase. But that's
and he blew up the school
because they allude to this, and Carrie's just like, yeah, I don't want to comment further on this. And you're just like, oh. So Eddie just like tries to be like, let's have this like get into Pike's character, and Carrie's like, I'm good.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's kind of in a weird fucking place. They're just leaving the apartment, and he's like, backstory time. And you're just like, what? What is bringing this on?
He's like trying.
Do you want me to tell the players my backstory, Eddie? Here, like,
yeah,
out of character. What is the goal, Eddie?
I think you guys are not pointing out the weirdest thing about this. How Carrie kind of like acts like half in character, half out of character. Like, it's so weird how he acts during this.
Yes.
Because it feels like he's trying to like act like Pike, but it's like he's still talking out of character, kind of. So it's really strange.
Yeah, and it's this once again weird mix of meta and in character. Like, it is literally, and you're gonna laugh. It is literally like a Dark Place cutaway with Pike talking. Like, that is like you know, it's like this character is being pulled outside for non-autists who don't know what that is. It's like in a reality TV show, like they're cut away to them on the couch talking about what's happening in the episode and giving their thoughts on it, but like half Carrie still. And I just fucking hate it because we don't get anything out of it. We just get more illusions, and Carrie doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, no, you're cutting out.
Yeah, no,
it's pretty fucked up.
You're breaking up a lot, Noah. So we're gonna take the lead.
Like,
yeah, no, we're just gonna ignore you.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
You're breaking up a lot, so we're just gonna take the lead here.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm gonna go hang out with Beav and Keister.
You go, Pike. You go. So as Pike decides to stay outside, we get to the real shit, the Abby conversation. So 3 of our heroes decide to go in and talk to Abby, and guess what, Liam? She has a time to shine. She takes the lead in the conversation.
She is a beautiful woman.
And Liam, what the fuck does Eddie do when a roster starts asking questions and saying things for the first fucking time ever?
I don't remember.
Oh my god, Liam.
I'm sorry. Okay. I think she tells him to fuck off.
Well, right? No, Abby literally, like, looks, like, gives a little surprise face. It's like, did you, I don't know why you'd ever assume that I'd do anything for you.
Oh, yeah, that was a really funny conversation, because, I mean, like, how many times did they say it? Asher should have been the fucking leader of this group.
Well, yeah.
He's like, Abby, it's about the fucking one. It's one of the fucking gangs, and she's like, oh, and I'm interested.
Well,
That's all you can say.
Well, yeah, it's literally like a roster comes up, tries to finally take the lead, and Abby's just like...
She's a retard.
Abby's literally just like, was I fucking talking to you? And it's just like, Abby, what the fuck? I hate Arastra, and I still think that's a dick move.
That's pretty base, if you ask me.
It's just, Ben, it's the eternal fucking...
No, I 100% disagree.
What?
I mean, I'm sorry, maybe I'm misinterpreting what you're saying, but I don't think this is a dick move from Eddie necessarily. I think Arastra's just being retarded.
Well, yeah, what she says is retarded, because Arastra is, as always, very aggressive, and it's like, you will do
Yeah,
this.
Abby's like, why do you think we're like friends now? I'm not like, because she just demands help for Taupe, and she's like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna just fucking help you.
This is why you'd never have Arastra take the lead. Yeah. Like, I hate Abby's reaction, but Arastra does this with every fucking character she talks to. Of, like, just laying out demands and, like, being really authoritative. Just being like, you will do this. And, like, this is what we need. We're going to save Taupe because that's what the script says we're doing. So, you're in. You're helping us. It's like, why the fuck would I do that?
Yeah, and then based... She's
literally so confused. She thinks the NPC will help with this Taupe thing. Like, this is my point earlier where they're like, they sissy hypnoed themselves into thinking they're asking about Taupe. They're just here to be like, did the job, help fucking Sanctuary. Bye.
Yeah, it's so... The only reason they're even think they're here about Taupe is just because it's the current quest they're on, so they think it must be linked. But they decided fully of their own volition to come here. Eddie did not ask them if they wanted to go see Abby. They just said they were going to go see Abby. Like...
Yeah, it's pretty fucking schizo.
Yeah, no, that's why even going to see Abby here just seems so fucking, like... Why? Like, if anything, why are you just not going back with the kids to see Takaya? You know... Probably the one that would know the situation a lot better, and like, I mean, yeah, the Sanctuary needs help, but like, he could probably figure...
Takaya's useless. Fuck that guy.
Well, yeah, but still, at least you could talk to Dr. Insano to get some fucking gadgets, maybe. Maybe that fucking thing that he has that Asher was interested in and now isn't.
That's true.
Oh, God.
I mean, at least Asher kind of pulls it back. He's like, yeah, it's the Hana gang. And she's like, oh!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Listening.
It's like, he literally goes... literally, verbatim, what he says is, Abby, it's about the Hana gang. And she is like, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
in that case...
She's basically just like, that's
they're not the main quest objective, but I guess that's pretty based, Asher, thanks.
Yeah, she's just like...
Does Lord talk for the rest of the scene after that? I don't even think so.
No. Abby's just like, yeah, that's... I hate the wave the most, but I don't like the Hana, so that's good enough.
Fuck it, you can have Beeve and Caster for like a day.
Yeah, and then as they're walking out, specifically Eddie's like, she makes this comment while you're walking out, like, apparently being like, you have no option of responding, or like, acknowledging it besides you hearing it. It's just like, she's just like, watch out for Vermilion Radek. He's a bad dude. And yeah, I guess they have to watch out for Vermilion Radek.
Borderlands NPC says, look out, the next boss is a badass. Thanks.
And then Carrie's like, yeah, off screen I became best friends with Beeve and Caster.
Yeah, well, Felix is talking to the governor. Claire is just playing hack-a-sack outside with the hot dog salesman.
Ron's just bonding with Tornado off screen.
I hate Eddie because... fuck you. I hate Eddie because...
That's the funniest joke I've ever made.
He's playing like, I'm playing hacky-sack with them. Eddie goes, well, they're like an assassin's guild, so these guys are like golf. Awesome, Eddie. Thanks.
Eddie's most fucking just... it's so...
Eddie should write for Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I think he'd be a really good fit.
Well, yeah, obviously.
He really gets these jokes.
Oh, God.
I love him!
So, this is where I want to open up. my what I said in the first part, which is this is when the pattern became super apparent to me, which is with every escape sequence, before or after will always come an infiltration sequence. It doesn't always have to be before, but there'll almost always be one. And I fucking hate both of them every time. So which one do you guys hate more? The escape sequences or the infiltration sequences?
I would say infiltration, especially when they're planning it or planning it.
I dislike the escape sequences because the infiltration ones, you get funny stuff where they try and plan stuff for 30 minutes.
Liam's got a point. Yeah, escape sequences are boring and tiresome.
I'd much rather have the players be autistic and do nothing for 30 minutes than Eddie be autistic and make the players do nothing for 30 minutes.
The player ideas are much more interesting than Eddie's plot lines. Or, not plot lines, escape routes, I should say.
So, their infiltration this time is to break into the Hana Gang area to basically go find Taupe. Can someone take the lead in describing how the fuck they break in? Because I just didn't write that down, I guess. I fucking forgot.
Asher steals like a delivery truck?
They steal a good truck that is going to the gang, and they just do it. They get costumes, and they're like, we're just gonna sneak in the laundry van. And the plan's just basically working. Just basically works.
Yeah, I think that's why I forgot, because like nothing really fucked up. They just kind of did it.
They did it, and then they did a distraction.
And then they have like Beav and Keister like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood on the rooftops that they can call to like assassinate someone they point at.
Yeah, because they're literally that is so accurate. They're like,
it's literally a fucking game.
There's a guard in the way. Get Beav and Keister. The guard is killed immediately through these two trained assassins taking out a lone guard. He falls in an awkward way, so all the guards are like, "What was?" Because Eddie's a fucking hack. But they're just like, "Oh, okay, well." Maybe we should like pull in anyway. And then Arastra goes, I'm kicking out the door and running inside. Cut to Chad who goes, and Chris goes, what? Wait, why? And they're like, and he goes, haha, I guess you're all just busting in now. I'm gonna kill myself, guys. She finally did something on her own and was blow their cover.
Like,
she just wasn't paying attention and wanted
do we even have to talk about like we've repeated it so many times how like Eddie takes like a sadistic pleasure in his players getting fucked over.
So funny.
And like we're not gonna I don't want to talk on it too long because we've beaten this horse to death multiple times. But it's like, it always baffles me, like, Eddie, why the fuck do you seem to get this much fucking enjoyment out of that?
It's so funny for their plans not to work, bros.
Is it really funny every time, Eddie?
Yes.
But yeah, so they break in, and I guess just keep going until they find Taupe, right?
Yeah, they like find like shipping containers full of like weapons and shit and like Taupe.
I guess this fucks me up because like compared to all the other infiltrations, it kind of just kind of works out for the most part until like the next part. And usually they fuck up like on the approach.
It worked because when they find Taupe, he says it's a trap. They're expecting you. And they were just all laughing under their breath, like, look at these fucking retards thinking they're sneaking by us.
They laugh because they walk up to Taupe and goes, look out, it's a dragon! And the dragon summons, am I right, Liam?
You're funny.
Yeah, so the whole thing was an ambush. Oh no.
And who
we forgot to mention, Carrie tried to skip the infiltration segment by just doing a semblance roll, and Chad got really mad at him because he's like, you're gonna fuck it up! It was just a neutral, nothing happened. Woo!
It was very funny.
Awesome.
Okay.
And then who appears?
The leader of the
Roster
Hana Gang.
also asked for the Roster also brings up, should I just fog cloud them in here? And we're like, I don't know. And she's like, you're right. Fog cloud never works. And I'm just so baffled.
Did fog cloud literally stop them from getting bombed by the jet?
Nope, never works.
It worked.
It didn't kill them, Noah.
It worked
Didn't
the
work.
only time they fucking used it.
God, Dampier's bite never works.
Okay, but I gotta say, Vermilion Radic busts in. He gets ready to attack. He literally first attacks. He's fucking here, the leader of the Haunted Gang. He looks like shit.
He looks like shit.
He looks
Please
awesome.
Put a picture of him.
I will put a picture of him.
His character design, like, sounded interesting.
He
but
played
in-
Hotline Miami that weekend.
He's a Hotline Miami character.
Is
with
that a
shitty
mask?
outfit.
Yeah.
Yes, he explicitly has like a wild animals mask, but then the artist took to be like, he looks like a lazy furry.
Nice.
Well, like I have a question. Is that his hair? Does he have like wild red, like dark red hair, or is that like part of the mask?
Yeah, I think it's implied he has red hair.
Okay, at least that's an interesting design. Is like really wild red hair.
No, I literally think this design's fine. It's just drawn by someone untalented. Someone. This skeleton for a design is good. I like the idea.
Their artist is awful.
Of all the artists at Rooster Teeth, they have to have a dozen of them. Why they gotta pick the one who can draw?
Diversity. I don't know, man. Oh yeah. So Vermilion. It needs to be described for listeners. Vermilion, when he enters. Like, this show has sound effects once in a while, but Vermilion gets like a bevy of sound effects because he's the cool villain and Eddie wants to hype him up. Like, Vermilion enters and there's like stomping metal sounds because he's got like not robot legs explicitly, I think, but like metal like leg armaments. He might actually have robot legs. It's not explicit yet. And like there's like a crackling sound from his mace which turns into a flail with electricity. It's like sound effects city. It sounds like a World of Warcraft combat encounter as like a warrior is hitting all his buttons.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Oh my god!
If your transforming weapon goes from a mace to a flail, it's like what the fuck?
Oh my god!
It better have another form.
Yeah, no. Mace flail is so fucking lazy. But like, okay, one. Are his knee pads like supposed to be like playing cards? Because that looks like the fucking like symbol on like is that like spade?
No, it's literally just like a thing.
I literally could not confidently make an assessment either way.
But also his mask is way stupider than I thought because I just noticed it has a little mouth.
Yeah, dude. Like I said.
See, I thought it looked okay when I just saw the like pig nose and like there was no mouth, but now that I see like the mouth that's like sad facing me, I'm just like, wow, this looks fucking awful.
Looks cool, right?
Like it looks more awful than I assumed. And I'm surprised.
It just looks like shit.
Yeah, it does.
The way Eddie describes Vermilion brings me so much pleasure. And we'll get into it more the next appearance, because he doesn't talk too much right now. But Eddie does already immediately start describing my favorite character trait of Vermilion, which is Vermilion has autism. And it manifests this way, where Eddie is like, Vermilion wastes no time. He starts immediately going into movements and like skipping through like anything. Like he's acting right now. Like Vermilion, like I say autism a lot, but he genuinely has Asperger's as a character trait of his. We get into it later. And it's just like he does things. And he just goes. He doesn't need to he doesn't have any care for things. Like Eddie's like, it's really threatening. Like he's like, boom, boom. He's instantly in it. Vermilion like steps down. He fucking flails Pike right. He hits him with an electric flail. It's like 5 damage, and you're paralyzed. And they're like, oh fuck. He walks up to you and he kicks you in the stomach. So I guess he has multi-attack and is splitting his attack actions between moves. That's still 5e illegal. But he like kicks him. A strength saving throw. Oh, you go flying across the room, take 10 fucking damage. And he just like ignores that paralyzed should be like an auto crit, or say that it should affect his strength roll. Like I don't know. Instantly, Eddie's just like going off and is forgetting everything because he wants Pigman to be cool. Pisses me off. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Nah, I think you'll love it.
Why do you play in 5e if you want your like characters to do shit like this?
I mean, it's really the eternal question of why are they playing 5th edition for this? Like, why, bro?
It's baffling, and we see that it just keeps causing. It's obviously very limiting to them.
They're like level 4 by now, right? They
Yeah,
level up to 4.
they do level up.
They leveled up to
They
4
got
in
ability score
the
increase.
they leveled up to 4 in the cave last episode.
Yeah, we forgot.
Yeah, okay, good. Right.
Can I just mention
one?
Can I mention one thing about
Please.
that? Carrie says what he's putting his skill points into. He raised his charisma from a 9 to a 10, and then some other skill from an 11 to a 12. 5e bros.
Help me.
What the fuck is he doing?
That's really funny.
What the fuck is he doing? You have the Huntsman doc. You can go look. It still doesn't make sense what he's doing. I fucking hate Carrie.
I think
he's
he's
an idiot.
owning us.
Like fucking Laura goes, well, I use Dex for my attack, so I'm gonna raise Dex so I'm better at my attacks. But yes, Laura! Holy shit! You're
How archaic.
You figured it out! You cracked the code! How archaic.
Right.
Literally, yeah, but we joke, but the others seem to be having trouble with it.
I didn't want to raise my in for all those.
I need
D10 hit dice.
Well, I gotta roll this because I really want to not fail
Carrie
these
takes 5
perception
and
checks.
10 damage. Carrie takes 10 damage and they're like, oh! What? Sorry.
Noah?
Did I miss something?
No.
I think lag must have caught up to you.
Yeah.
No one was talking.
Yeah, no. There's like an audible delay between I think what you're hearing
No,
and what
I
we're
was
saying.
making a point. Like, just talking about perception. Nah, you just started talking about perception checks in the middle of my joke. Anyway.
I made that
Carrie
point
takes
10
damage
seconds
and acts
before
like that's
you.
a lot of damage.
No, I think you interrupted
No.
me.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
you literally interrupted me talking about this.
Look, we're dealing with a
Fuck outta
psychopath
here.
with 3 monitors. You better calm down.
Oh, can we
just
just
wrap
fucking
this
end
shit
it
up?
already, please?
We gotta
They're
end
such
this.
babies. They take like any HP damage and they're like, Eddie, this guy's insane.
God, I hate them for this.
Yeah,
This is
they-
literally what Liam would do every One Piece episode.
But that was
What are you
a joke.
talking
wasn't
about?
it?
I'm
you know
joking,
what?
Liam. You did not unironically do that. Except for that one time you did.
Liam would
100%.
unironic.
Don't you dare
Liam
slight
would
me, man.
unironically PM me every second. Blake is targeting me.
Blake is.
He's ruthless.
Why would the left do this?
Alright.
These smear
Alright.
merchants.
Alright. So after
Sorry, you got sick of us under.
After kicking Pike in the balls.
After he kicked Pike in the balls across the room, he then will look at his hands and smile under his ghoulish mask, and just say that Pike has tasty aura or some shit.
No, he said your semblance is interesting. Because Vermilion's Radic semblance is copying semblances! Everybody clap!
The most boring fucking ability in the world.
That you have to use that on
No.
somebody actually threatening.
Well, okay, Vermilion Radic
Vermilion
isn't.
Radic,
Spoiler
man.
alert.
No.
Vermilion Radic isn't like some random guy. We'll get into it in the finale.
Maybe
though.
there should be like an artifact that does that or something.
Literally what I thought it was at first. It should have been an artifact. Like, if they're doing that.
Yeah,
because Vermilion
right?
Radic is like the guy who collects artifacts. Like, if you're doing this dumb magic items thing, making the villain be a guy with a bunch of magic artifacts to do things, fair enough. That's interesting enough. I like that angle. If you have to do this cringe plotline. But no, that's just his semblance. And no, it's not Mercury Black's dad. That guy steals semblances. This guy just copies them. So, like, already bumping up against another in-canon semblance. God, originality's hard. Holy shit. I literally can't.
Yeah,
think
but that
of
guy's
anything else.
dead.
No, we have to think of at least like 8 semblances here. Come on, cut us a
Dude,
break.
this is so hard.
Yeah,
don't
no,
worry.
God, we already thought of canceling Dust with a semblance. We're running out of ideas.
We ran out of
We can only be so creative.
God, these semblances, like every semblance is fucking terrible.
It's basically all the ones you're just like, yeah, that's just like obvious and cringe. Why would I make a character have that semblance?
Well, then I'll make something like more interesting that relates better to the actual character.
I don't know.
Like having a
Like,
hard aura, pretty cringe.
You gotta give it like a caveat too. You can't just literally have it like, oh, I just copied semblance. You gotta have like a funny thing to it.
I assume he needs to touch them, and
I mean, it's something more than that.
It's never
Yeah,
established.
you need to
if
jerk
it's,
them
like,
off,
one
right,
out of-
Ben?
Yeah, that's really funny, Liam.
He has to make them spin.
It's like a Hunter x Hunter condition.
It's like yeah.
I mean, unironically, you should have to have like Hunter x Hunter
unironically,
condition. I 100% agree.
Agree, but then you should also be like, well, I don't want to make my semblance have Hunter x Hunter conditions because that's not how semblances normally work. And then you go, oh, this idea needs better. I need a different idea because this isn't working. But Eddie doesn't throw out ideas. So, unfortunately, because he has so few already.
No, I'm on Eddie's side.
Thanks.
Yes. So yeah, it's instantly cringe in that way, and just like Eddie, why would you start with taking Pike's semblance? That's never going to be a good idea. What are you unironically going to start doing 1 out of 3 instant auto crits for your DM, like your enemy?
Base.
Well, maybe it makes it always good.
He could cheat and always make it good. Why would you use that as the semblance to show it off? Get someone who's more visual or direct.
Yeah, like you should
Asher's
just got
or
Asher's or
Phoenix's.
something.
Phoenix's would have been good. He could go beast mode. That's
That's true,
like,
that's true.
Fog.
What the fuck is Arastra's semblance again?
She can do the. She can
Right,
break down
yeah,
dust.
yeah.
She extracts aura from dust.
Yeah, I remember now.
That's really good, by the way. I'm glad it's attached to her.
She uses
Yeah,
it.
right.
She does use it often. I just forget that that's her semblance because it's not really.
Oh yeah, I mean.
It's not as visually like apparent as like beast mode or Final Flash.
Oh no, it is visually apparent. She just never describes it.
That's what.
She never.
That's what I mean.
That it's like her cool power because she just sees it as a number.
That's what I mean. It's not like described in a way that makes me always remember that. Where it's like when Asher's using solar flare or like. He's going beast mode. Well, yeah, it's literally solar flare. He might as well just do it.
It's literally silver eye.
He might as well just do the TN motion.
Shut up! What the fuck are you even talking?
It's literally light cantrip.
All right, but overall, that was these 2 episodes. It ends on Vermilion saying that comment on Pike.
And everyone going,
yeah,
why are we stopping?
Oh God, no. So what are your guys' opinions on the Grimm campaign from these 2 episodes?
Awesome.
I mean,
First
awesome,
one's terrible. Second one's okay.
Second
Yeah,
one was
pretty
okay.
Well, we're getting in some action-packed territory next time as we're literally at Vermilion kicking down the door and kicking Pike in the dick.
Alright, let's get some comments.
You fucking
it sucked, didn't
you
it?
fucking have those up?
Okay, the deliciousness of Carrie saying, if you take him from us, after inflicting so much pain through RWBY.
What did you say? You dropped like a fucking bowling ball in the middle of that.
Oh, the deliciousness of Carrie saying, if you take him from us, after inflicting so
I already
much
said
pain
that.
through RWBY.
Fucking Ben talked over you. Say it again.
Ben, Liam literally asked
Noah's audio sucks cock. Don't talk over him.
I can hear him.
Shut
You're not talking over him.
Liam, you're the one causing a problem here.
No, fuck it. I don't need to know. Next comment.
He said that, like, Carrie...
I don't give a shit. Next comment.
Okay, that's a hell of an villain and a cliffhanger. I wish I knew how much HP these guys have. Lol, it's like 20-ish aura points, but I'm deeply concerned for Pike. Still, a 4v1 can't be too hard. These are huntsmen. Though a Volume 4 Tyrion scene wouldn't go amiss either. Maybe we'll see our first aura break. Aura breaks... Someone's aura's already broken, guys. Pay attention to the show you're watching. Do you guys want your Kandorian Wonder comments for the week?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. I know it's just your
Alright,
auto count, but sure.
This is for the first episode. Excellent episode. The awful rolls were wild. Dang, y'all. Crying emoji. The mountain fucked y'all up. Kandorian, they weren't fighting the mountain, but okay. Loved how the leveling worked out. One of the funniest parts for me.
Really?
Yeah, hilarious.
Really?
What was
Like
funny
he rolled
about
a 1 on
leveling?
he rolled
Nothing.
a 1 on his HP, Liam.
Oh, is it because they just
Oh,
stopped in the
yeah.
middle of taking the caravan
Like,
just
I don't-
randomly?
Like, I don't wanna shit on anyone too much, but I wish I was that fucking small brained and retarded that I could actually find that funny.
Jesus!
I don't want to, but I do, and I go.
Or it's like I wish I could get that much enjoyment out of literally nothing, so I just probably don't have to have any worries in my life because I don't have higher brain function.
I like to think I straddle that line.
You do, Liam.
Rattle.
You do.
Have
I
a
wish
little
I could
confidence
love
in
something
yourself.
like-
How about you scuttle that line, Liam?
Very funny.
Love the mystery developing in the sewers, and can't wait to see what's going on with Tekaya.
What mystery?
He's
Loving
seeming
the
a little...
tech war they're in.
I'm fucking sorry. Can't wait to see what's going on with Tekaya. He's seeming a little sketchy, haha.
Oh, fuck off.
Is this fucking Laura's alt account?
Yeah, right.
This is awful.
Honestly, y'all laughing together is such a bright light on dark times. Thank you for laughs, giggles, and smiles. And don't hurt our talp, you bastards.
Where the fuck are those comments in our videos?
Gandorian
Seriously.
literally... Shut up, Liam. Gandorian literally, like, does that at the end of every episode where he's like, you've brought me through hard times, thank you. Like, this guy is so appreciative. I
It
feel
was
so
COVID.
bad.
It was 2020. It was a little touch and go there.
Fuck, man, I wish we brought some people through hard times.
I mean, this was from 4 months ago.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten the
COVID's still
classic
going, Noah.
YouTuber.
Sorry, I need to go for some side comments because there were great comments this week. I totally wish my D&D group would be willing to take a turn in Remnant storyline. Plus, we're using 3.5 rules, so even when we go back to playing, my DM would never allow it. He won't play online, so we're still paused a year later, an underground ruin outside of Waterdeep.
This guy's
My
literally.
DM refuses to use Roll20.
Full story, bro. Fuck off. What does
This
this have to do with
Nice
anything?
vlog.
This guy's
Mike,
literally just
literally
venting.
nice vlog. Hey, Mike, we haven't played in a year. Can't we use Roll20?
Mike,
No!
I know you read this shit. Mike, I know you read this shit.
Okay, Mike, can we literally not come over and play D&D? Guys, that's not following COVID regulation. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike.
Mike, we're
Right.
trying to make this fucking work.
Mike.
This is so dark.
Maybe Mike just doesn't want to play.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe take a hint, motherfucker. You show up and go, I want to play RWBY! And your guy's like Waterdeep 3.5 and that's just like, yeah, cool.
No.
Anyway. Dark Squall Noir. Jesus.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
That
Base.
name's awesome.
Squall enjoyer.
Squall Enjoyer. Don't make Taupe angry, ... You wouldn't like him when he's angry. This is on the first episode, so I don't know why he's talking about Taupe even being mad.
Because he is the biggest and strongest of all the children, Noah.
When he goes angry, ... parentheses dramatic music, Taupe transforms into a mini blue Hulk. Either that or everything goes
That was
all
Mini
chitty.
Black.
Oh, no, shut up. Taupe just randomly enters the area and says, hello! And Carrie jumps out and says, nothing bad ever happened. Never, ever. Smiley face. Did I read an RP session? What is
What the
this?
fuck is going
Hulk
on?
turns into a mini blue Hulk or makes everything go tibby.
No, I feel like you're about to start talking to me about Smurfs.
Right? Holy shit, dude. It's so weird. Speaking of weird comments, Kandorian Wonders commented second episode, our last comment, and boy, I literally smiled ear to ear when I saw how he starts this one because I want to throw up. Love the Daddy Pike vibes this episode over Taupe. Heart emoji eyes.
What?
Stop. Kill him.
Love
Chat-
the Daddy Felix vibes this session.
I love the Daddy Pike about
Love
Taupe
the
is a
daddy feeling
horrible-
this session.
God, I wish I wish Pike would choke slam me against the wall.
Love the
Okay,
Daddy
so-
Pike
sorry,
feeling
this
of
is-
this episode. Like that's what he wrote on.
This is a specific request to one of our core viewers, please remember this for months from now to just randomly comment, love the Daddy Felix vibes this session. Like, don't do it anytime soon. Wait a long time.
No, Felix interacts with a child character, it is your time to do it. As long as it's not literally next week, because Ben tries to trick you. Wait until there's a child character, Felix interacts with them, hit him with it.
I am literally a joke to these
No, are there any child characters even in the current arc that, like, Ben could do that with?
He could ask for Gwen.
I could ask Gwen.
Liam got it.
Gwen, do you know any children?
Yeah, all I'm saying, Blake, is don't show up the next session.
What the fuck?
An excellent chapter of this adventure. I'm betting that's Mercury's dad who can steal others' semblances. Kandorian, he didn't steal Pike's, he copied it. Pike would have lost his.
Was Mercury's dad not dead at current time?
So it's kind of vague in the flashback of how old Cinder and Mercury is, but Mercury, and it depends on how long Cinder and Mercury have been together, but he could be alive. It's stretching it, though. He probably is dead.
Yeah, this is either basically around the time or, like, after.
Yeah,
right?
the minute Cinder and Mercury meet, Mercury has just murdered his father.
Yeah.
So probably not. Yeah. Also, this guy's name is Vermilion Raddock, not I think he actually did have a name, but whoever Black. Brilliant moves throughout the apartment, Abby, and the gang hideout. I'm with Carrie. Don't take away Toad. Otherwise, thank you for making the episode longer. It was an extra 10 minutes of grim fix, crying emoji. Can't wait till next week. The adventure gets even crazier. Thank goodness the other free can come save Pyle, crying emoji. I think he meant Pike.
That episode was a normal length of all
Listen,
episodes.
guys.
It was 44 minutes, as was the one before it. What does he mean 10 extra minutes?
When Blake or I ask at the end of an episode, hey, like, comment, or subscribe, we really appreciate it. But never force yourself, like this guy does, to, like, make every episode. Like, if the episode didn't have anything in it, just say, thanks, guys. Please don't ever go on, like, a schizo rant about, like, the episode where they talk to fucking Romeo at the bar, and they're like, oh my god, the characterization of this guy starting out drunk and saying crazy things really touched me. It reminded me of my uncle who had an alcoholic issue himself. Like, listen, man.
Yeah,
I would like to counterpoint that and say, please go on schizo rants. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, guys, we know not every episode is exciting as some of the others.
Liam's viewer quest of the week, whatever the next Records of Remnant is, write a schizo 4-paragraph long comment about something to make me have a fucking, like, freak out and worry.
Or make it all to count so it's not obvious it's one of you guys.
Make it all to count! Make it all to count!
See, it's a trick. We'll get double the viewership.
Hey, no, Liam, cut that out!
Oh, play the clip!
Play the
You probably
Alright,
won't,
that's all my comments. I love Rooster Teeth comments, only because I know all the people who leave them had to pay money to leave those. Alright, yeah, I think that's it then, right?
Yeah, I can handle the spiel.
Thank you. I would cut out in the middle of it.
Yeah. I got it. Sorry, just writing something down.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had to write something down. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it, Blake. Your pace for doing that.
Okay. If you like what we do here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other stuff. You know it, you love it. The Records of Remnant on the same channel. Oh my god, what's that? A new episode that will be on the channel by the time this is? I know. Fantastic. Will be happening frequently. Maybe some breaks every once in a while. Scheduling can be tough, but like we're still at it. Nothing bad's happened, please. And please check out, the other episodes of Supernova Safari. See what the fuck we're talking about so far, because I'd be confused. I'd be confused, and I've watched all of this. And also, please check out the One Piece game. Link in the description down below. Ran by myself, played with Noah. Previously with the two guys here too.
I was on it for a while, and I was really funny on that one.
It's a good time. I think if you like what we do here, you'll like that too.
Liam was so funny on it, he literally could not continue being that funny and had to step away.
Liam actually had to get like his back started hurting because he laughed so often.
And I think with that, we will sign off for now and see you on the next trip into the Grimm campaign.
Yeah, I won't lose my internet next time, guys. Haha.
Hopefully. See you next time.
Didn't happen this time.
Please leave your schizo rants on the comments.
Please.
Grab yourself a seat and keep those hands in the vehicle at all times. You're about to be taken on a ride through the untamed wilds of internet role-playing. Observe them in their natural habitat.
So you head out.
You know that would be funny. I didn't know there'd be consequences.
Enjoy the splendor of their spurgery.
Felix, who is the lion fauna,
and feast your eyes upon the questionable creations of internet randoms.
Actually, I've never DM'd before.
This is the Supernova Safari.